Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from theuptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are slightly above fair value. We don't have any major economic numbers coming out this morning. Of course, we've always got earnings every day. We do have crude oil inventories coming out at 10:30 this morning. They could certainly help change the direction of the energy sector. Now, we're going to look at two areas of the market today. We're going to look at Dow 30 stocks, and we're going to look at the Magnificent Nine. Looking at the VIX made a new low for this move on Tuesday. The market was led higher by the semiconductors, up over nearly 3.5% on the day. Now, looking at the Dow 30 stocks, they were in the news yesterday as the Dow 30 actually closed lower on the day and is still trying to break out above the March highs. Now, the stock that pulled the Dow down on Tuesday was United Healthcare, which again gapped lower. Coming into Tuesday's trading action, we had United Healthcare trading down to the lower channel line, trying to hold 375. That's not how the day ended, as the stock gapped lower. Now, we are going to come up with some new daily price targets over the next couple of days, but we can certainly go to the weekly chart and refer to our next targets to the downside. Now, we blew through the 340, 375 level, heading towards the next big round number, which is 300. If 300 doesn't hold, then 281.25 could be our next target to the downside. Now, while markets were pushing higher and a lot of them pushing through all the levels of resistance we were expecting, we do have 9 of the Dow 30 stocks on daily sell signals right now. So we've got Amgen, we've got Johnson & Johnson, we've got Coca-Cola, McDonald's, Merck, Procter & Gamble, we've got Verizon, and now we've got Walmart as of Tuesday's close. So not everything's going up at the same time. It is still a market of big cap tech stocks. Now, speaking of big cap tech stocks, of course, we can look at the NASDAQ 100, and we were expecting resistance here at the March high. And what happened? Well, we actually gapped over that high and have had a nice couple of days this week. A lot of the market has regained all of its losses for the years and now is trading back to unchanged or even positive. What we haven't done yet is got up to the highs that we saw earlier in the year. So that may happen. And of course, if we hold these gains going to the weekend's close, that'll give us some weekly buy signals. Now, looking at the NASDAQ 100 on the TSX, looks pretty similar. Of course, if you go to the 2X, we were up over 3% on the day. You look at the 3X ETS, we were up 4.58% on the day on Tuesday. Now, the Magnificent Nine stocks, they were up 2.23% on the day. Apple's not doing well at the moment on both sides of the border. We are seeing some huge gains for Amazon as it gapped higher on Monday. In New York, we hit our next price target of $212.50. In Toronto, we hit our next price target of $25. So cha-ching, you got to participate in that. Notice on both charts, we gapped higher on Monday. So if you had an order in at 200, it got filled at the open on Monday. And of course, in Toronto, if you had an order in at 23.44, it got filled at the open on Monday as well. So congratulations, anybody who's putting their orders in ahead of time. Now, Broadcom hit our next price target of $234.38 yesterday. So cha-ching, you got to lock in some profits. Now, Alphabet not doing well at the moment. It is still on a daily sell signal on both sides of the border. Looking at Meta hit our next price target in New York. In Toronto, we're still trying to get to $37.50. Then looking at Microsoft making new highs here. We're trying to hit $453.13. We couldn't do that back in January. Trying to do it now. That's a great place to have an order in if you want to lock in some profits up here. Then looking at Microsoft in Toronto, we're looking for a move up to $32.81 on Wednesday. Next up, we've got NVIDIA, which made a huge move up yesterday, up over 5.5% on the day. We're still stuck to 125. The low yesterday was 124.47. If we can break away from 125, then 137.50 is our next target in New York. In Toronto, our next target is $31.25. Then looking at Shopify in New York, we're trying to get to 112.50. In Toronto, we hit 150 yesterday. So congratulations if you got an order filled up there. Next target to the upside is 162.50. We couldn't get there in March and faded just below that level. So keep an eye on that level if Shopify is going to continue to move higher. For Tesla, we're looking for a move up to $343.75 or $31.25 in Toronto. Now, the best performing tech stock in Toronto was Celestica, which was up over 9% on the day. We hit 150 yesterday. We're trying to get to 162.50, and we may be able to do that on Wednesday. And then in New York, on the NASDAQ, the big winner was Palantir, up over 8% on the day. And we're still stuck to 125. We're making new highs here. 137.50 is our next target to the upside for Palantir. Okay, folks, that is all for this morning's presentation. So far, it looks like we're going to have a higher open on Wednesday. Have a great day. Next time you'll hear my voice is on Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.